And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. The Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City. Our sight tonight. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche la NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, Kemba Walker is a multiple-time All-Star. But from his first seasons in the league, stardom was not assured. Even he said, "I never saw myself playing at this level. There were times I didn't know if I even belonged in the NBA. I guess you could say I'm surprised." Now, Kevin, every player has those doubts at the beginning, but few overcome them the way Kemba has.
David, he's come a long way. Thank you. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. If you look at Boston, right now they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, the Chicago Bulls, a few slots below them.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, so much has gone right for them this season. They've needed some breaks to go their way, and it feels like they've gotten them all. Now they're poised for success in the playoffs.
Well, they've created their own breaks, Greg. I mean, because of how they've played throughout the entire season. But now is when things really start to get tough.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Tatum and Hayward make up the two forward spots. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Chicago, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. B out there with Levine, and it's Carter in at the center. A lot of different styles of basketball, and, we're talking about Coach of the Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just wanted a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon...
Oh, that was something else!
Got to give Levine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat-out nasty.
Here's Walker. Yep, that one goes in there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
And the shot's good from B.
They've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the Wizards. Brown the pass to Hayward. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You got to appreciate the IQ of Hayward. I mean, he reads the defense well. He knows when to put the ball on the deck.
Dean passes to Markkanen. To the middle. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside, Walker. And it's sent back by Carter.
An aggressive defender. Carter Jr. also excels at using his physical advantages to turn shots back.
B, defended by Hayward. 11 feet away. Here's Markkanen. It's tipped. Here's Walker. 20 points for him last game against Washington.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Levine can't hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And that one, good.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his passing.
Outside, Levine. Passes to B. A 3-ball. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. B's got 7 points in the game. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And Walker kicks to Tatum. Back to Walker. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far.
Some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
They swipe it. And Levine, here we go.
An absolute wrecking ball in the drive. I mean, Levine is all about dunking it with authority.
Celtics trail by 5. Brown dishes to Cantor. From deep, Walker. Busted. No good that time either. And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics values, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
And he gets the bucket.
The body and agility, rare, considering Brown's size. That's why he's always been such an intriguing prospect.
B, the pass to Levine. Shoots from 14. No good from B.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Chicago leading by 3. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And now the first timeout called here for Boston. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
You guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and that's got to be annoying to them. I mean, work hard to get to the line, but fail to capitalize.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Marjanovic checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's White in for Zach LaVine. Outside Tatum. The rebound by Marjanovic.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Tatum against Young. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Here's Tice. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They come in fresh off the win against the Heat.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
In that kind of environment, every point matters. The bench was a huge reason why they won that one.
Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. And he banks in the layup.
What I like about Tatum, he moves his feet well, understands angles. He plays more physical than appetite.
Pass to B. Feeds it to Young. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That free throw missing. This time's checked in. Here is Hayward. 20 points for him last game against Washington. There's the pass to Walker. Cantor with it. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. And that's good. Kemba Walker for 3. Walker's got 5 points so far.
And Walker is what we call thirsty. He's thinking of firing as soon as he gets the rock. Great presence of mind from the point guard.
On the court for the Celtics. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. And there's Kemba Walker. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Poirier in at the 4 spot. That's good from Carter. The NBA fans sometimes called the 6th man. Chris, talk about what a difference a raucous crowd, a home crowd, can make for a team and a player.
Well, I could talk about that from my experience, but let's talk about from my experience from Sacramento. We had a lady called Sign Lady. Now, Of course, she had a real name, but she says, just call me Sign Lady. She would make the most beautiful signs. Vlade, we believe in you. Paige, every shot is good. She make them creatively. They be bright. They be big. And we looked for her for encouragement. The cowbells, how loud everyone there was. Some first-time gamers saying, this is my first game coming to watch. Go win, Chris. Or people that's been like, I've never missed a game. You want to do it for the fans. How loud they are. How they get on the teams. How they get on the refs. You got to love it. And then for the rest of the league, oh, my God. Last year in the playoffs, going to the Milwaukee Bucks, their home arena, that new arena they have there, oh, crazy. You want to talk about crazy fans? Go out to Toronto and hang outside with 10,000 crazy fans in the rain while they're singing and shouting and having fun over there in Jurassic Park. And we all know about the great fans that Golden State had all their years before, some of the most loyal fans ever. The sixth man, the fans being the sixth man, that is not a cliche. That is not made up for PR purposes. That's true and real. And some of the best players will tell you how those fans have taken them over the top, giving them energy to win some games.
Yeah, a lot of energy. Yes. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. B in that last game against the Heat was a man on a mission. He scored 40 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. And on top of that, the energy and hustle he played with was really impressive, which is why he was able to stuff the stat sheet. Kevin, we'll see if he can do that again tonight.
David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Yeah, Greg, it's all about getting into a comfort zone early. When he does that, he can be very difficult to contain the rest of the way.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Now, you can't tell me Walker is not one of the most fearless penetrators in the league. The D sometimes has no chance but to foul him hard.
Kemba Walker hits them both. The Bulls leading by 21. Here's B. Poirier grabs the miss. And Walker's got the ball here for the Celtics. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Plays it up and banks it in. Walker's got 9.
Well, this is the thing about Walker. He will challenge you from the perimeter. He will challenge you inside also.
Pass to Carter. Brown against Levine. Here's B. Oh, that's blocked.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
And finished off by Brown.
What speed in transition. Brown just slashing down the court for the high percentage shot.
B, guarded by Walker. No good from B. Celtics trail by 19. Here's Hayward. He shoots again, and the layup good by Brown. He's got 8.
Oh, the never quit attitude of Brown. Outstanding at remaining engaged and keeping plays going.
B, the pass to Levine. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Bulls have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. And he makes the first.
And when you think of Levine, I mean, his dunking ability comes to mind. I mean, he's proven to be an elite poster maker.
And so Levine nails both of them. Now here's Walker and the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Celtics have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And Walker is downright insane with the ball, really showing off his insane ball handling abilities.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've had such great ball. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, B has been exceptional here, guys.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Yeah, I mean, showing that tenacity both mentally and physically.
Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's B in at the point. And that's the group for Jim Boylan as we begin the second half. Here's Tatum. Good work defensively by Carter.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And last season, Otto Porter on the move, Chris. He was traded at the deadline to the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and he has fit right in since joining the Bulls. I mean, they needed his outside shooting. Porter is still very young and can grow to be a part of this young Bulls core.
And that one, good.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
I agree with this, GA. I mean, you try to jump on or dictate the tempo, seize the momentum.
Here's Walker, true on the 14-footer. Walker's got 14 points.
Oh, look, he's looking like a runaway train tonight. I don't think they've got a chance to slow Walker down in this one.
The shot's good from B.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Brown the pass to Cannon. And here is Brown. 8 points for him. Five to shoot. Walker in the corner. The offensive rebound, and Canner throws it down.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game. B guarded by Walker, and the shot goes in. 12 points for Wendell Carter.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down again to 13 points with the basket from Kemba Walker. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. We often talk about problems between the players and fans. I'm sure there are some things that fans do for us that players do appreciate.
Oh, yeah, Kev. And you know what we really appreciate? The good trash-talking fan.
Ends up going with the new group. Boston making some changes. Smart, wide open, he fires. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's Levine, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's just a real concentration from Levine, accepting the hit and finding a way to work through it.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Chicago.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
With some arc, in deep, Smart drops it in.
Oh, he's got that touch. I mean, in between Smart with the ability to lay it up there soft.
B, guarded by Smart. B, and he drops in the layup off the glass. B's got 6 points in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Fourier passes to Brown. That one's not going to go. Nice D from Levine. Chicago leading by 15 and stolen by Hayward. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Smart's got 6.
So that was all created by Hayward's defensive work. He does so much to spark their transition game.
Levine deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Here's Carter, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Showing how dangerous he can be right now. Carter Jr. has the talent to take over games.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Then there's Daniel Tice. Then there's Smart, and it's Poirier in at the 5.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
B, guarded by Smart. Here's B. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Smart. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Smart passes to Tice. He kicks to Hayward. From the line. No good that time. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Young. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Bulls lead by 18. And it's Smart with the ball for the Boston Celtics. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Bulls. Carter's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Down low. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Ball's knocked loose. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That is his first foul of the game. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I can watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. There's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, you got your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Cantor checked in for the Celtics. That's tipped. B, guarded by Walker. B. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Here's Walker. He sinks the 11-footer. Walker's got 10 points here in the second half.
With this shot area quickness, Walker can usually carve out space from mid-range.
B, guarded by Walker, and the shot goes in from B.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now Walker, three-pointer. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Can't quite find his three-point touch in the second half yet. He had 2 in the first half, but still none since the break.
Good on the three-point shot. 10 points for Thaddeus Young.
He's been a different player since halftime. Coming on strong now.
Outside, Walker. And it's Walker again missing.
Playing the revenge card right there. Trying to get those 3 points right back. Didn't work.
Fast break. Here they come. Here's Hayward. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Young's got his 4th rebound in this one.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
A putback. Young on the follow. Young's got 7 points for the quarter.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Cantor finds Brown. More star players changing teams. The word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows
Tatum on the wing. He's covered by Murray. Here's Walker. Lays it up off the glass. Walker's got 14 points now in the second half.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so now on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And they've put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for B.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Walker finds Cantor. Back to Walker. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. It's tipped. Stolen by Cantor. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.